What's up everyone, Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7. I hope you're all well. We've been super busy. This is another unboxing video. I know, we've been getting so many unboxing videos lately, not enough running videos, which I agree with, but this time here is extremely busy. Myself, Luke, Ray and Carbo, we work 6 to 7 days a week, so it's very hard to get time to actually run these guys at the moment. And it's summer here, it's like 35 degrees. Who wants to run in 35-degree heat? But anyway, what we do get a lot of is packages. Now we've got the latest, the Super BAJA REY, the bind and drive version from Crazy Hobbies. So this is pretty cool. Haven't seen this one out, well, it hasn't been out that long. The original one's been out for about, I think, 9 months or so. They're ready to run. But this one seems pretty cool. This is a true 1/6 scale, what's it called? Desert truck, 4x4 desert truck. Now the competitor to this, well, I guess it's a 1/7 scale, you could call it. It would be the Traxxas UDR. That's a little bit different. That's also a solid axle at the rear, but it's also a lock diff. This one is an open differential, so it's slightly different. So let's have a look at the box. As you can see there's the box quickly. Now I'm not going to go too through it. It's got obviously 1/6 scale 4x4, solid axle drivetrain, 1200 kV brushless power, true scale looks. Also got the AVC, or that'll be the active vehicle control setup there as well. And up the top quickly, here is the Traxxas UDR. Now this might look a bit funny. I've actually done an open differential mod to diff. Want to go check out that video. The body panels are cut off, so it looks a little bit different. But there you go. So it is slightly smaller than the Losi, as it should be, because that's like a 1/7. This is a true 1/6. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get into the box and see what you get. Should call it RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7 unboxings. But believe me, it won't be like this forever. Let's see where we're getting this puppy. Now this kit has been around for what, I think 9 months or so, but this bind and drive version's only, I think, is one of the latest. I think the difference is also a different colour scheme as well, which is this black and white and orange. So we'll get some of this packaging away. Oh yeah! So this is a true 1/6 scale, whereas the Traxxas UDR. One sec, quickly. Watch this. Yeah. There we go. Very similar. As you can see, this. I think the details are slightly better in the Traxxas UDR, but I think performance out of the box, the BAJA REY is where it's at. So as you can see, it is massive. It definitely looks a bit wider. But oh yeah, no cable ties. Just oh, there we go. Cooking with gas. Get this off. Beautifully designed body too. So the bind and drive has this particular colour, as you can see. It looks really nice. Nice graphics as well. It's got some stickers here. Lucas Oil products, K&N filters, kicker, and a few other things. Horizon Hobby, obviously. MF Magnaflow, and also Fox Shock. So let's clean this desk up a bit. In this box is nothing. That's normally where you have your transmitter in that box there. So we have the classic instruction manual. Really nice 4-way wrench. That's a huge ass mofo, that one. Some more connectors. Some other doodads here. Looks like a scale piece. Looks like a fuel filter or fuel filler or something like that. Bind plug. More stickers. And the instruction manual itself. It's in different languages. I've got everything you really need to know, but one thing is you don't need to know it now. Here we go. Now one thing, check that out. See on the co-driver's lap there? It's a little instruction. See there? It's pretty cool. Like little navigation notes. Oh wow, this thing's awesome. It's massive. So as you can see underneath, nice anodized aluminium. Obviously everything's countersunk. It looks really good. It's got like a dark grey kind of colour. Really cool to see. As you can see, it is a solid rear axle, forward drive or metal drivetrain. It also does have the up under here. It has the imitation disc brakes, front and rear, just like the UDR. So let's have a look here. Nice rims. They are not real bead locks. They are imitation bead locks, but that's the same as a Traxxas UDR as well. It's pretty much identical in how it looks. I think the Traxxas have hit the nail on the head with more of the realism, but I think maybe performance out of the box, you can't beat this guy right here. So front and rear tyres and wheels, they all look the same. As you can see, the body looks killer. That's a really nice looking body. Fat ass front end there. And everything is held on via these actual screws. And I think they're plastic, but there's the little countersunk pieces there as well. But there's not much to see without when the body's on, because everything's pretty much covered. But as you can see, it does have an LED bar just there. I'm trying to look in the viewfinder, just there. It's got these two fans as well. They don't actually work. They're just imitation, just for looks. But certainly does look cool. On and off switches right there as well. You do have this usable spare tyre. Take it off so we can get a little better look. And underneath there is your fuel tank, just like on the UDR as well. See that? So you can see where they get the designs from. It's very similar. Huge ass upper links there. Check out those. They are massive to help keep in place that solid rear axle or rear unit there. That's beefy running. You can definitely hear it when you push it. It sounds like it means business. You also have a nice little stumpy antenna there as well. Forgot to mention, but apart from that, we can't really see much until we take all these covers off. You see the nice or tubular chassis design. Upper limit here and the bottom, it all looks really nice. That's all. This part isn't really for strength or anything, it's just for looks to hold up this whole huge body. It does look cool. Really nice suspension travel too. Definitely a lot of play there. But when I look at this, it just reminds me of the UDR. I know a lot of people saying UDR, but that's probably the competitor to this, or the what people would normally be getting. But if you look at it like this, and my camera, there we go, you can definitely see the size difference. So this is like a 1/7. This bad boy is like a true 1/6 scale. So it's definitely much bigger. It's definitely a big boy's toy. But the Traxxas, I think, looks a lot more scale. But you know, whatever. When you're driving, you don't really notice it that quick, that much anyway. As long as it's having fun. But you can see the Traxxas has the actual actuators here for the stabilizers. Front and rear stabilizers, does have that at the front as well, but the Losi does have stabilizer bar at the front. Oh, stabilizer bar, any roll bar, and at the back I can't see it anywhere. Oh yeah, yes it does. Right underneath there, it does have a anti-roll bar as well. So that is cool. So let's get this guy out of the way. What I like to do, take off all these screws and we can see what's actually underneath here. Now before I take those body panels off, I thought I'd show you these, the disc brakes on here. So you've got your 17mm nut. Pull this guy off. There's the back side of that wheel. Seems like really rigid. It's all plastic obviously, but it does look cool. And there is the imitation disc brakes. As you can see, it just spins off there. It's all held on via, once you take this nut off, you'll be able to slide this off. So, but those look pretty cool. They are on all four corners of the car, obviously, but nice little red calipers there. Everything is plastic, obviously, and it spins freely. But yeah, just wanted to show that because I guaranteed if I didn't take it off, someone in the comments would say, I want to see those discs. All good. And just like that, the magic of video editing, there's that huge ass piece. There was 4 screws at the top there, another 4 here, 4 on the side. What's that? 4, 8, 12, that's 16, and they all look like the same size thread length, and they are 2mm bits. So this one should just pop off. Hello, cooking with gas. These two guys look like they've had a bit of a look. This guy's like got a mohawk with a sticker here. Put that back. So I think to get even a better look, we need to pop these mofos out so we can see under here. Got to take this top bar off as well. Got to watch out for these. That's what that noise is. So these little feet, they kind of sit on there. So we're going to make sure they're all on. So I'm going to take all those off because I'm guaranteed I'm going to lose one. I'm going to probably find one outside in the garden where it completely didn't fall off. I think I need to get this top piece off, 2 screws on the side here, then we can actually have a look. Some more screws down here. Need a hand driver for that one. Let me get these two out and I'll show you. I forgot to mention the front LED as well. That's huge, huge ass. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, about 19 LEDs at the front there as well. So that's cool. LEDs from factory. Sweet. Let me get these two on the side and I'll be back in a sec. Okay. Hopefully cooking now. There we go. Oh yeah. Alrighty, put this away. And then we can have a look at some of the actual good stuff here. Okay, just turn it around so it's a little bit easier to see on this side. You have the motor, huge ass motor there, that's for sure. Look at the size of that. But anyway, first up we have the, it's a 1/6 scale, it's 160 amp DSC. Now, when that's paired up with two 3S batteries, or yeah, a 6S LiPo, that can reach speeds of up to 50 miles an hour, which is what, about 80 kilometers an hour, so that's pretty impressive. Here you have a massive 1200 kV brushless motor. That is massive. Like, let me see if I can get a standard size. Here we go. So there is a 3000 kV brushless 3000 kV brushless motor right there. So yeah, slightly bigger that's for sure. Now obviously that thing I just moved up and down, that's like their roll cage, so it's kind of very similar to the real BAJA REY, so that's pretty cool. It's also got those two LED light bars like I mentioned before. The chassis, that is 4 millimeters thick, and yeah, those body panels, they're what do they call, true to scale body panels, so they're 4 pieces. You got one here, one there, and either one on the back as well. Now, obviously you're going to have all metal running gear in there, and it's 4x4 drivetrain with, it's called vicious torque vectoring differentials as well, and if anyone's interested, it is a gear pitch of 1.5 mod. Now the receiver is a Spectrum DX2E active. It also does have that AVC technology included as well. Now the servo is waterproof. Couldn't find any specs about how the torque rating is, but it seems pretty massive. It's waterproof, so it should do the job. But for any RTR kit, that's normally what people replace straight away. Now at the front you have high travel there, independent front suspension. At the rear you have 4-link live rear axle with open differential as well. I think I mentioned before, but all metal ring and pinion gears. It's a rear load battery tray that's kind of up underneath here. It's kind of strange. So one thing I don't really like about the Traxxas is the battery tray, but the system is just here. There's a little lock, slide that over, and you just slide your batteries down in the belly of the beast there. That's all it is, so slide that back over. Little lock system. Simple as that. The typical Horizon plugs with like EC3s, not too sure exactly. Don't really like them, they're not my favourites. I'll change them over to XC90s, but I might have to do a mod like I did with my UDR and make a maybe 3D printed bracket for XC90s. You can see the rear shocks here. Underneath there is our, they are huge trouble, they are massive. There is our actual sway bar. There's those little plastic pieces falling off, so make sure I don't lose them. As you can see, it's cantilevered from this lower arm here as well. But that is all pretty much thick plastic. Seems nice and durable, nice and flexible. The axle is all plastic housing as well, which what you'd expect. And it does have obviously a large plastic drive shaft, but the front and these yokes, they are metal. So obviously designed in a way that it's not going to break straight away, but I'm sure there'll be aftermarket parts for these as it is. But man, it's pretty beefy, isn't it? Now I'm just looking at these front turnbuckles here. Look how thick these are. When I get my little calipers out, I have a bit of a measure. 12 mil thick. 12 mil thick turnbuckles. They are massive. I don't think they're going to break anytime soon, but let's have a look at these rear links as well. Hopefully they look roughly the same. Yep. It's coming up at 11.5. My Chinesium grade calipers might not do the best, but 11 to 12 millimeters, so they are stupidly thick. And what you want, that's 21 mil thick drive shaft there. Not that big of a deal, but anyway, I had it there, and I measured that up. The front drive system. Let's have a look at that. Now, interesting too. Sorry, you can see the upper and lower A arms. They're fully what's that? Oh, I was going to say coloured in, but you can see they're one whole piece. Now let me measure the front. They're coming up as 5mm thick drive shafts as well, and they are CVD and dog bones there. So as you can see, move it so heavy. There we go. Right there. So CVD and dog bones, and there is the caliper, like I mentioned before, the front and rear discs. There is your sway bar right there. That's coming into shot. Oh, look at that close-up action. Looking really nice. The mum part seems to be fairly rigid, but hopefully it's not going to break straight away. There goes my cheap calipers, and everything. Yeah, not much else to say really, apart from it looking awesome. I can't wait to actually drive it. Now, when you look at it from the top here, you can see this whole section here. That's where you slide the batteries in from the backside. You don't need to take any of this cover off, obviously. I just wanted to show you all the what you get in the innards, because it's pretty boring just looking at the outside of the body panels. But here is that sway bar there. It goes all the way through, up through there, and it gets held on in the middle here, on each end, sorry. And that's it. Comes out on either side of the car. That's pretty much it. You got your what's that called? Imitation gas tank at the back there as well, just like the UDR, but it is much bigger, looking off camera, than the UDR. Here we got the UDR. So that's wheelbase to wheelbase. Let's get this camera back. You can see it's much bigger. So yeah, you get the idea. Definitely 1/6 scale, that's for sure. Now I think what I might do, I might put this, put all this stuff back together before I lose it. I don't want to lose any screws. Get everything buttoned up, and let's just do a quick comparison, maybe with the Traxxas UDR. I think I have my head in the shot there. Let's put all this back in, and then I'll see you soon. See you in a jiffy. Now I've taken the cars off the bench and put them on the actual floor here, because it's just easier to film and get it all into one shot. Now, as you can see, look at it from the front, you can just see how much wider the Losi BAJA REY is compared to the Traxxas UDR. Now if I put it on top, you'll be able to see that even easier. There we go there. So it definitely is much wider, and as it should be, it's a true 1/6 scale car. Now, if we put it back like wheelbase, or you know, and have the nose pretty much the same. They are similar in length, but if you look at the actual wheelbase, look at the wheelbase there, it is much different. If I line the wheels up roughly as it should, it's nearly about 1 inch longer wheelbase for the Super BAJA REY. So that might make it handle a little bit easier, not tip over as much, because this guy here, when you have it locked rear differential, it definitely wants to tip over at all times. When you open it up like I have here, it's a little bit easier, a little bit more forgiving, but they designed it to be like the real thing, true scale. So, you know, you can't really complain about that. Now, you can see they all are, the design is very similar. Same type of shape. This one would look very similar. I've had the front body on, but I just cut it off. You can see here as well. Cool thing about the Traxxas is you actually get a real spare drive shaft. I've actually used mine, so that's kind of cool. You do have the imitation 2 vents, or the 2 fans here as well, here and here. The Traxxas definitely wins in the scale appearance. The BAJA REY does have a fuel tank under here, and also the Traxxas does have 2 spare tyres which fit just here. I've just taken them off just to have a look at it. Obviously 4-link suspension is very same. The trailing arms are plastic on this when you get this one, but I've upgraded to GPM stuff on here because that's the first thing that breaks. So they're metal, so time will tell what we need to fix this when we actually take it out for a bash. So it's very similar design. You'll see on the Traxxas the sway bars here. As you can see, it's got this actuator here, runs up like the real thing, and it definitely does look cool when it's going in motion, all that kind of stuff, which I understand is what they're trying to achieve there, which I appreciate. I like what they're doing to the hobby. It's just yeah, it's got its quirks, but it also is definitely a fun car to drive. It's a little bit different than like a normal basher, but it is definitely fun all the same. Now you see the wheels, they are very similar. They're imitation beadlocks. BF Goodrich on the Traxxas UDR right there. But apart from that, you know, very similar. If we flip them upside down on their roofs, there we go. As you can see, very similar design. The Traxxas UDR, that's pretty much like the real thing as well. That lower A-arm there, it's kind of like the real thing. That's why a lot of people like it, just because of how scaled it is. But obviously it's going to be very similar design. Same design here with the plugs as well. The Traxxas one's under this big battery door. I might do an XT90 conversion, 3D print my own bracket. I've also done that for the UDR. If you want that one, let me know in the comment section. I might put it on Thingiverse. But as you can see, trailing arms, the links, all the same. But these just look super anemic compared to these fat ass, what were they? 5mm or something like that? No, actually more, no, 5mm. 12mm, I think I quoted in the video before, but very cool. Either way, they're both mad, but you can definitely see this is a true scale, 1/6 scale. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it gives you a good indication of the size difference with the UDR and the Super BAJA Ray. I definitely like the size of the Losi. I think it looks really cool. I can't wait to actually use it, because I've had a friend of ours who has the Ready to Run, and that's a blast as well. It just goes so good. But same as the UDR, it's a different type of car to drive. You got to appreciate them for what they are, you know. But yeah, what do you think? I'm loving them. I think they both look really cool. Time will tell when we actually test them, but look forward to future videos like that. Like I mentioned before, sorry I've been so busy with Christmas and all that kind of stuff, and work. You know, work. We have to actually work to pay for all these cool things, and yeah, sometimes, you know, it gets in the way. But anyway, definitely be running videos up soon. The Kraken video will be up soon. So, you know what? If you like the video, give it a good old thumbs up. If you haven't, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell so you get notified of all the latest videos. So, much appreciated, guys. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.